Two dudes who don't know shit are talking about some shit they don't know shit about. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew and everybody else, welcome. Welcome to Lost in Finland, Season 2, Episode 1, The Return.
Oh, yes.
I am Paavo.
And I am Andy.
So, it's been a long time, but we are back, and I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how long it was until we talked about it the other day, and I was like, wow, it has been quite a while since we've done a podcast episode, so.
Where does all this time go, Andrew?
That is actually a very good question. I feel like it was just yesterday we were on a walk talking about how we should do a podcast, and now look at us, Season 2.
It was a year ago.
Yeah, I know.
A bit over a year ago.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, has it really already been a year? Like, yeah, but Season 2, I'm pumped for it.
We're going to have some changes for Season 2, hopefully for the better. Not anything major, but some little things like I think we're going to replace me with an AI because we just realized how powerful the AIs nowadays are. You can do anything, so maybe I'm just going to try to generate the podcast host that's actually funny to host the show with you, Andrew. That would be would pump up the show for the next level.
Yeah, just me chatting with an AI bot.
Oh, that would be beautiful. But yeah, first of all, I think we're only going to have 2 shows a month, 2 episodes a month. Then we have more time to make the episodes better, and the overall quality of our show will be more magnificent than it used to be. We have more time to prepare and more time to edit and stuff like that.
Yeah, Paavo and I have talked about it, and I think 2 episodes a month, at least for now, is pretty much where we're looking at. So,
especially we're thinking about putting these episodes on YouTube also. So then we have more time to work on those YouTube videos, and maybe we can make some hilarious content for you. Other stuff than just a
mildly entertaining to watch. Something you put on while you're falling asleep, something like that,
Well, everybody needs to sleep, so that's why our podcast is good for them. You listen to this, you fall asleep. If you have sleeping trouble, just listen to this podcast and it's done.
Listen to the soothing voices of Paavo and Andy talk about nothing at all as you drift off into Wonderland.
Prepare for nightmares.
I don't know if I would be, I don't know how I would feel if I got told by a bunch of people that, yeah, I listen to your podcast all the time. Like every night before I go to bed, I'm like listening to it as I fall asleep.
My friend actually told me he just started listening our podcast, and he listens it while he jogs or goes to a gym. It gives him power. So
really?
I like that feedback. It was better than if somebody would have said that it helps them to fall asleep.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I'd be happy that they listen to the podcast, but I'd feel like, wait, am I boring to listen to? Like, is it that just like I might as well just be sitting here reading a dictionary or something. So
yeah. So and hey, if we have new listeners, Andrew, would you like to give a brief description? What do we do here on in Lost in Finland podcast?
Sometimes I wonder that myself. So
Sam, that's why I asked you to explain it.
We kind of talk about, I think a long time ago, Paavo and we've been friends for quite a long while now, and apparently a year ago we were on a walk and we found out that we, at least where I come from in the US, which is Seattle for any new listeners out there, like a Seattle area, where I come from, it's really pretty fairly similar to Finland in a lot of ways, but there are so many differences that I've never really considered before starting this podcast. And even now, there's things I come across all the time that I think about. But we kind of talk about these cultural differences and differences of growing up in Finland versus growing up in the U.S. Lifestyles, friends, family, pretty much everything. So
Pretty much everything, yeah.
we talk. Sometimes we don't find any differences. Sometimes we find huge differences. Just nice to have the conversation, I think. So
Exactly. And we try to have fun while we're doing it. And really hope that everybody enjoys listening our stupid, I was thinking about a nice word for it, but stupid conversations is maybe the best word to describe our podcast. Two dudes who don't know shit are talking about shit they don't know shit about. Briefly.
I still think that's probably the best, shortest description you can come up with. So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think we kind of just talk about that. So, sometimes we talk about me being a foreigner in Finland, what that's like, or sometimes we just talk shit.
Mostly
just
shit.
Pretty much anything
Mostly
here
shite.
and there. Yes, that is true.
So, what have you been doing, Andrew? How you been doing since we had the last episode? Everything drastic happened?
Well, no, nothing drastic happened. Just a lot of work lately. So, I I started working at this new job back in April of last year, and it's kind of just been a bit of a whirlwind after that. A lot of work, and basically what I'm doing. I feel like I don't have really much other time, so and it's like a night job. I work in a bar, so now, so it's obviously nighttime job mostly. So yeah, I think that's about what I've been up to. Nothing super crazy.
So you have the same sleeping schedule you had when you lived in the States?
Basically.
Because, you stay up all night. That's when there's day in the United States and vice versa. So it's a natural living time for you.
Yeah, I've kind of always been more of a night person. So honestly, this job's quite nice in that regard. So I've had morning jobs a lot in my life, and I always feel like it's always horrible. Like I get the same amount of sleep, but waking up at 7 a.m. versus waking up at like noon, it is like tremendously different.
You are a horrible morning person.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person at all. Just not. Can't do it.
I do not understand how some people are. Like, how can you be a morning person? That's like, I don't understand it.
I don't know. I think, even back when I was in school and I had to wake up in the morning, I hated it. Like, I was like, why can't we start like 2 hours later, and then just like, stay a little longer. Oh, yeah. But now I'm an adult, so I figured I'd, solve that problem by getting a job that works around my schedule.
Smart.
Yeah. What about you? What have you been up to lately?
Also working, not working, going back and forth, between projects and stuff. I've been trying to focus more on music now, slowly getting into it more, and I've been enjoying it a lot, making my own songs and trying to become a better musician, so-called
better musician.
So-called better musician, if you know what I mean. I feel like I've been playing guitar too long to be this shit.
I think you're pretty good. So
yeah, I think people always judge themselves, the hardest.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm as good as I was like 10 years ago, which is annoying. So in the last 10 years, I haven't learned anything new. So I thought maybe I just pick up the guitar and start practicing from the beginning again and trying to get better, Maybe learn some theory. That would fucking help. At some points to actually know what I'm doing and not just fucking touching different instruments and making sounds. And hoping it sounds good.
Well, I think maybe you're perfecting what you already know. Maybe you haven't learned anything new, but you're perfecting what you already know.
Or maybe I have. I just realized myself.
Yeah, sometimes, small changes you don't really notice until like you walk away and you're like, wow, actually, I
It
have
feels
learned a
like
lot.
you like suddenly you notice that you're like a lot better, you know?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
goes
yeah,
like in steps. I
yeah.
feel with everything, is it music or making podcasts or whatever you do.
Yeah, it definitely is like that. I remember learning Finnish and distinctly remembering that. I was like, it felt like almost like levels, like
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
be better, better, better. And but it realistically, I think it was just when I turned around and I looked, I was like, wow, okay, actually, my Finnish is pretty good now,
yeah.
like way better than when I started. Was like looking at it like months ago. So
And your Finnish is getting better and better all the time. It's so awesome when
yeah,
I'm like when I visited you at work and you serve
mm,
customers in Finnish. It's like
yeah.
it's amazing to see. You're a hardworking man.
It does still kind of weird me out that I do it in Finnish, because like I don't know, like learning a new language, like some days I'm better at it. Some days, for whatever reason, it's just I can't make the connections in my head.
Yeah,
Like, words that I've heard 1,000 times, I end up just like questioning, like, wait, what? What does that word mean? Like, and it's just like some days I'm really bad at it, and I've thought about it before, and I've thought about like, I'll head into work, and it's like. I start getting a little nervous, because I know
yeah.
I'm gonna have to like speak Finnish all day long, and I'm like, oh god, my Finnish is gonna be horrible today. And sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So, but like, I kind of just make jokes at it, like about
Yeah.
it, like when I'm at work. But I have had it like quite a lot of times where somebody will ask me something in Finnish, and I have to keep saying like what over and over again. And like
Oh my
they start
god.
looking at me. But you've heard when I speak Finnish, my pronunciation is pretty okay.
Yeah.
And especially in small doses, I think I can trick Finnish people. Like if I only say a couple words, I think trick a lot of Finnish people into thinking that I am Finnish. So they think I'm just stupid
Yeah.
because like I have to keep wait, what, and then they like repeating it over and over, looking at me
Yeah.
like, how do you not understand what I'm saying? So
Not when you don't understand what they say combined with your face, it's very easy to get a stupid picture, of you.
thanks, man.
I'm kidding. You look great. You're the handsome one of us. I was actually thinking how handsome you are one day. I don't know why. This sounds weird, but I was thinking like you should do like male modeling. With proper lights, you could look like a fucking movie star, bro.
With proper lights though.
Yeah, of course.
So
Nobody looks like a movie. Even the movie stars don't look like movie stars without the lights and the
well,
makeup.
if it's dark, then
Yeah, yeah. That's what I
I
meant.
could always look good. I could always look good in the dark. Yeah, but no. Yeah, it's like I don't know why, for me, I to be quite honest, I've heard that a lot lately. I think you've told me that I'm handsome quite a few times actually. I have another friend of mine, he calls me handsome all the time.
Yeah,
And I don't get it. I think it's like like wine, people get
yeah,
better looking with age. So.
exactly. Men are like wine.
Yeah, because for sure when I was in high school, never once did I ever get called handsome.
Yeah.
So like, and so it's like,
Maybe it's the cultural differences,
yeah,
You look
well,
handsome for the Finns.
yeah, or yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway,
Do you know what is crazy? I've
what's
been
that?
trying to lay off sugar from my, because I've been just drinking so much Coca-Cola and Red Bull and stuff that I was like, I need to stop it. I kind of feel like I want to get back in shape. So I started
Hmm.
working out. Well, that was a lie. I'm starting to work out. I'm gonna start working out.
I love how you immediately corrected yourself. Well, that was a lie.
Because
I
well,
thought about it once.
yeah, I've been thinking about it. No, actually, I tried to lay off the sugar, and I've been trying to do this just in small steps. Like every day, I try to do a little bit something. A few push-ups, some planking, pull-ups, stuff like that. Just haven't been able to do it every day this year, but it's been I've been kind of getting into it. Now it's like a habit. This morning I woke up, I was like, hey, I'm probably gonna do a couple of push-ups, And then I did, and I felt happy. But the sugar thing is so weird, dude. I hate it. I hate being without sugar. I love sugar. I need more sugar. Because right now, I'm hungry all the time, but I don't have an appetite. It's been going on for 2 weeks now.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's super hard to eat anything. But I, like, crave something all the time. Like, like, maybe I go and I buy one Coca-Cola, with sugar. But then I'm just immediately, decide that I won't, and I buy the zero version or don't buy it at all. But the appetite thing is super weird. I don't know if, like, do you eat a lot of sugar usually?
I don't have like,
Or
I mean, natural
consume?
sugars, I guess, but like, you know, not like specifically, I
Yeah,
guess. I don't take spoonfuls of sugar. I mean, in my coffee, I have sugar. So, and I have a couple cups a day. So,
yeah.
like,
But yeah, that's because I drank like 1.5 liters of Coca-Cola every fucking day.
1.5 liters
Yeah,
every
like a
day.
big bottle every fucking day. And a few Red Bulls, to stay awake.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, fuck this. I need to change this. It's
Well,
become
actually,
disgusting.
lately, I've been drinking a lot of Red Bull, actually. Like,
Yeah,
I drink it, I get it for free at work. So, like, why not?
yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm always like, especially on Friday and Saturday nights, because I work from 4 in the afternoon till 4 in the morning. So, it's like, it's a long shift. So,
Yeah.
like, and I end up partway through the shift, like getting tired. And I'm like, all right, well, just one Red Bull. And then I
Mm.
down it really quick. I'm like, all right, just one more Red Bull. I'm still pretty tired. So, like, yeah, it that does happen
Yeah, I
on
did the same
weekends.
thing
So,
at work, and then I'm like, maybe I'm just gonna drink a coffee now because I already drank like 2 Red Bulls. Then I drink a few cups of coffee. I'm like, that one Red Bull. Coffee's too hot.
do you drink or do you have sugar in your coffee?
No,
No.
I usually drink my coffee black or with milk.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It depends. I like it. I like the taste best when it's like without the milk. But usually I'm in so much hurry when I have to drink coffee, that you just make it faster for me to drink it. If I put some milk in there, I can chug the whole fucking thing. Pretend
Right.
I'm fucking not tired anymore for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
then chug a Red Bull.
It seems like a healthy way to live, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Basically all of your energy comes from an outside sources such as
no,
Red
but
Bull and coffee,
that's actually
not
true.
sleep.
I was thinking about it, and it didn't feel very healthy because I really drank a lot of Red Bull and coffee and everything that would make me, not so tired. And then I wasn't able
Right.
to sleep because I drank so much Red Bull.
Yeah, for the last couple weeks, I like so like well not the last couple weeks, but last month, December. So it like I worked all the time. I felt like I was working pretty much every day. And I heavily relied on coffee and
Yeah,
Red Bulls, and like I swear it was like this horrible cycle because I would drink coffee and Red Bull, and I'd be so pumped up by the end of my shift. I would come home and I would just like stay up and not be able to
yeah,
sleep very well. And then, I because I'm not getting enough sleep, then I'd go back to work and then I'd start drinking even more coffee and Red Bull, which would like make it worse. It was just like this horrible circle of like
yeah.
basically just depending on coffee and Red Bull to keep me awake. So,
And it's so stupid. I even noticed, like, at one point, I changed my morning coffee into a pint of water. So I just drank a pint of water, and I had so much more energy than after 3 cups of coffee that I usually used to drink.
okay, just one cup of water.
Yeah, or a pint. Chuck that shit, get some energy, and go to work. Enjoy the day. Of course, I drink coffee at work because I'm a Finn. We all drink coffee, even when we
Yeah,
don't want to drink coffee. And now I bought some new coffee, and apparently my stomach doesn't agree with the brand that I bought.
okay.
It was
I
cheap
think that
coffee. I need to buy more expensive coffee.
I think that's the thing is that I don't even remember the last time I've had coffee at home. Like I almost never drink it at home. I always drink it at work. And I think the only reason why I realistically drink it at work is because it's free and it's there and it's made all the time. So like
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I could go for a cup. So like, and then I have one cup and then I'm like, well, that was pretty good. I'll take another cup. And so I end up having coffee only because it's available. But
Yeah.
like at home, I almost never have it anymore. So, or at
Which
least
is-
very rarely.
Yeah, but I think that's just a good thing. In the end, not consuming too
Like
much caffeine.
today's my off day from work, and I haven't had one cup of coffee or anything. So
Yeah. Why I brought that up was because it was kind of my New Year resolution for this year, 2023. Time moves on. That I try to have more. Like my promise was to have more willpower. Like because I've been thinking about stuff like this. Like I need to get back in like shape for a year, and I never did anything. So now I thought maybe this year is like if I decide to do something, I'm actually gonna try to do it. Like just to have more willpower, Is willpower the right word for it? Maybe. It is. Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
So did you have any New Year resolutions for this year, upcoming year, Andrew?
I don't really have any New Year's resolutions. No. I just really want to do the podcast more. So like,
nice.
We started talking about picking up again, and my schedule has been kind of slowing down, normalizing. So I was like, it would be really nice to start the podcast again. Like, and the more I kept thinking about it, the more I've just been like, kind of, I don't know, excited to do it again. So
yeah, and that's nice.
Oh.
I'm so happy that we're doing it again. I feel
yeah, me too. And it does feel really nice, and I quite missed it. So like, but I think, I think it'll be a good season. So
yeah, I hope so too. Did you just say?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking because we're thinking about maybe having guests on the show also. Let's see how we're gonna be technically able to, do it. I might figure something out. That's how it's possible, because we do this through Discord and from different cities. So maybe somebody comes to my place, or we can just make it all, through the internet. But let's see how that goes. Are we able to pull that one off? Have guests in our show, and that excites me a lot. Some collaborations we might be able to do.
Yeah, we have some things in the works. So for sure.
Yeah.
So already, and I think they're going to be really exciting, cool things. So
Yeah.
at least I'm excited for it. So if nobody else is, that's fine. So, but at least you and I are. So
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
I just hit my tooth with my Yoda mug. Oh God, it hurt like hell. Imagine if I chipped my teeth or tooth here.
On the podcast.
Yeah, just like lose like three teeth.
That's an interesting way to come back to the podcast.
Yeah. Hello. Today we're gonna remove some of my teeth.
No, but anyway, speaking of like not removing your teeth, but like the podcast, I was gonna say, I'm not sure why we did the season 2 thing. I don't know why we called it a season 2 instead of just picking up where we left off. Or does that mean we're gonna have, how many episodes do we even have out of the podcast right now?
18, yeah.
Yeah. And so like, what is it? Every 18 episodes we're gonna do another season?
I think the season 2 is nice because it kind of just boosts my morale to do this, more. I'm more excited about kind of a fresh start.
Yeah, okay, I hear you there. Yeah, for sure. Like, okay.
We had a break, so it's kind of like TV series. You watch something, it ends, and then season 2 starts. It's like, I don't think it's official season 2, but it just is. It sounds good.
Well,
season 2, episode 1.
You made the teaser trailer for the season 2, so I mean it has to be a season 2 now.
Yeah. Now it has to be season 2.
Yeah.
And I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't see why not either. I mean, it's a nice idea, but I was just kind of curious. Like, does that mean that every 18 episodes we're gonna
No, no, no,
rock
no, no,
into
no,
another
no.
season?
This is
When
our
was the last
podcast.
time?
We can do whatever we want. We can have 3 episodes on this season and start season 5 after that. It's so
Really just confuse people.
yeah, yeah.
You know, like the people that actually like, you know, we like all the people that like regularly listen to the podcast, they're gonna like go like, wait, where's season 3 and 4? Like, and they're gonna like just scour the internet like looking for season 3 and 4.
Or then nobody notices anything.
Like, nobody knows. Oh,
Yeah.
season 5, cool.
Oh,
I listen to these guys a lot.
oh, this gonna put me to sleep fast.
Go to bed quicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's cool. It's been so awesome during the break uh, to get some feedback and emails from people and people discussing in our social media and just directly giving us feedback. It's been so amazing. Like it really warms my heart to know that people actually are listening to us. People we don't know, people from all around the world.
Yeah, that's the craziest part to me is like I've gotten some emails from people just like all around the world. And it's funny because like, you know, I'm American, you're Finnish, and yet I have people messaging sometimes from just random countries that have nothing to do with those two countries.
Yeah,
So like it's really interesting and I don't know, humbling, I guess.
yeah,
Like
humbling is a very good word for it.
yeah. Like it just feels really nice and it's always nice to get like emails and or you know like messages or whatever from wherever. So it's I don't know, cool. And
Yeah.
also I never expected it. Also, I still always think back to that time when you came to surprise me
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
at the bar. Yeah, and then there was just a random person that came in and then she had asked, you know, like, "Wait, are you guys do that podcast?" It was like just totally random. It was the coolest thing ever.
I
Like
know. Just somebody recognized us from the podcast because she heard our voices.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Talk to each other. It was insane. Like,
That was I gotta say that she had such a good ear because I don't know if I could do the same thing if I'm like listening to somebody and I'm just like walk into a random bar and I'm like, you know, wait, do you
yeah.
guys do the podcast? Your voices sound super familiar.
Our first reaction was like, does anyone even listen to this? How do you know about it? Who are you?
Yeah, it's like just the coolest I think thing ever. Like and it's I don't know, quite a nice feeling that people I don't know find
And
some enjoyment of the
and
podcast.
such a crazy things has happened. Like, we got our sauna episode, or a part from our sauna episode from our first season, the sauna culture episode,
Yeah, yeah,
played in an international ballet competition.
yeah.
Somebody made a choreograph for a ballet choreograph for the intro and some parts of the episode. So we were just talking and somebody was dancing there. And it was in a huge competition, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. Yeah.
It's so crazy
Yeah,
to imagine that.
it was really crazy. I didn't like at first when she had messaged, you know, and asked to use parts, I was like really confused as what they wanted. But then I saw the video and I was like, okay, I mean that makes sense now. Like this
Yeah.
contemporary art piece. But yeah, it was still like I don't know. It's stuff like that is like really crazy to me. So
Yeah.
like
I wish
and
I
I
could
think
really
that's what go
see the
ahead.
video. I wish I could really see the video because I haven't seen it or anything.
I can try to find it again
Yeah, it would be nice.
and send it to you. I'm not sure that the story still exists or not, but I
Yeah.
remember I watched it and so I'm sure I could probably find it again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe.
Let's see. What you were
But yeah,
saying?
I was saying that I think for me that's like really what keeps me interested in wanting to do this is people find some kind of enjoyment out of it. So
Yeah.
you know, and I think you know, maybe for quite a few episodes I would have been fine with it, but after a while, if it's just me and you talking to each other and nobody's like
Yeah.
listening. So it kind of becomes like, well, we could do this on Discord and save all the hassle of editing
Yeah.
and like, posting everything.
Well,
So we could just talk. And but yeah, that's what kind of really keeps me, I don't know, really interested in wanting to do this. So
yeah,
like,
it really warms my heart because I've also had feedback where some people say that they found comfort listening us, because for a foreigner sometimes life can get pretty lonely in Finland. So just to people being like happy to hear that it's not just them, and they don't have to, because you've talked about it, like it's hard to make friends in Finland, and
yeah.
what's it like. So
Mm.
people have been like, oh, thank God I'm not alone with this. It's like, what's the word for it? Samaistua. Do you know that word in English? That's a Finnish word.
Samaistua. I don't know. I feel like it's something along the lines of samaistua.
Yeah, good.
Similar feeling.
Yeah,
Like a
like similar feeling.
Yeah.
And find comfort from it. So it's just been amazing, and I hope we can
Samaistua. Samaistua. That's like,
samaistua. No, it's not like that. That means like it's allowed to taste.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I was like,
Samaistua with one A.
okay.
Samaistua.
I was like, is that like allowed to taste? And okay, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think I know when I first moved here, it was really hard to make friends and such, and like to be honest, I felt like it was me, like
Yeah.
I didn't know how to even go about reaching out to people or what to do, or it can feel like quite a lost feeling because at least in the US it's pretty easy to just start a conversation anywhere with anyone.
Yeah.
So like and it's really fairly simple, but here it's a little more complicated than that, I suppose. Finnish people really appreciate their privacy and their space, so that makes it hard
Have
to
the private space.
yeah. Can I please just not talk to you? Thank
Don't
you.
touch me. That's a conversation between two Finns. Can I please not to talk to you? Don't touch me. Stay away. People
Yeah,
going
but
absolutely mad.
it can make it really difficult, I feel like so, and I've heard the same thing from a couple people that it's a nice feeling to know that you're not like, well, the only one feeling that way.
Yeah.
So, well, that's good. At
Yeah.
least we're doing something good. So
Yeah, true. Let's hope we
hopefully.
can keep on doing that in the future too,
Yeah, for sure.
in the nicest way possible. Well, that sounded wrong. I meant like funniest way.
So actually, speaking of the podcast, if there's anybody new out there, we do have Instagram, Facebook,
Oh, so many.
all the socials, so they can be found in our link tree. I don't know what that was all about.
I loved it.
I'm
All the
really glad.
socials.
I'm really glad that the people on the just listening to the podcast probably may be quite confused about what just happened. But
Yeah.
like,
But you can go in YouTube and see the episode from there now if you want to see our lovely little snouts.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but our socials are out there for anyone who would like to follow.
Merch.
Yes.
We got merch.
Oh, I was like, wait, what are you pointing at? I was like, you're like, insert link here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, our social medias, like, well, we hadn't posted on Instagram for quite a long time, mainly because we weren't making episodes. So, yeah, during the break. So, which now in hindsight, I really wish I would have maybe posted more. Just, I don't know, to let people know that we're not just like, hey, we made those 18. Goodbye.
Bye. But we're back now. It's all that matters.
Yeah. So, and we got the social medias, we got the YouTube. So it can all be found in our link tree. So, yeah. Yes. Link tree. And if you're watching on YouTube, then I assume our link tree will be in our bio somewhere.
I'm gonna point downwards like everybody does in YouTube.
Yeah.
You can find links
And
below.
if you're listening on Spotify, it is Linktree. Well, linktr.ee/lost in Finland. So
Yeah.
I almost said the beard forest because I'm. But yes, that's our link tree, and that has all of our socials there. So keep up to date with us. Check us out. What we're up to. What we got
Yeah.
going on.
And we're gonna have a pretty crazy start for the season. I think we have at least 3 great episodes planned in the future. Like the 3 next episodes are gonna be. I really can't wait to be able to do those.
Yeah, the ones we talked about, I think, are gonna be. I'm pretty excited for those ones, definitely. But
Yeah.
I started coming up with a ton more ideas, like when we were talking about it, and like a little earlier today, like I started coming up with a lot of different ideas that we could
Yeah. This
talk
first
about.
episode of the season is obviously gonna be more like we just catching up and talking a little bit about the podcast. But there's some big topics coming up in the
Yeah.
future.
I just realized we started the podcast today and we didn't tell anybody that. Yeah, we're not. We don't have a particular topic for today. We're kind of just, I don't know, catching up. I haven't really even talked to Paavo a whole lot since
Yeah.
during this break. So I mean, I stayed at your house a couple times, but
Yeah, and
um,
I've seen you in Tampere a few times. We've been seeing each other, but not that much, which is nice. I feel like we're able to spend more time now again together because we do the podcast, and I always enjoy it.
yeah, me too. And I think it's so this episode's more just about catching up and letting everybody know about the plans for the future and yada yada. So
Yeah,
you got it.
and I really want to start trying to make some effing stupid content with you for YouTube. Let's do some challenges. I want to have a competition between us.
Yeah.
Like maybe a series of competitions. It can be like a beer bong, or it can be anything,
Yeah.
whatever we figure out. But I'm gonna represent the whole Finland, and you're gonna represent the whole United States. And after the season, after the year is done, we can see which country is better, just by competing in different kind of trials.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can definitely.
Yeah, because I feel neither of us is fit to represent our country, so it's fair game there.
Yeah, it is fair game. Totally fair game. You can represent your country if you're not fit to do so.
Yeah.
Then by default, you can definitely represent your country.
But that makes it fair.
That does make it fair, I suppose. Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe we're gonna have a tournament of greatness.
You want to do this on YouTube? But I just, this is actually legitimately the first time I'm hearing of this. Also,
Yeah,
so
I had the idea this morning, or like maybe yesterday evening. I can't remember because I've been sleeping so weird this past 24 hours.
yeah,
But I think that would be great.
yeah, I like the idea. Why not? Bring it on. Bring on challenges.
Bring them on. So if you guys have any challenges where you want to see a Finn and an American to fight each other, let us know in our social media.
To the death.
First one is duel to the death. I hope we have the AI replace the other guy then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like the idea though. That'd be cool to do. And yeah, what was I before we got into that topic? I was talking about something that I was going to elaborate on. Right, it was the podcast. So yeah, today's episode was just more about catching up and apparently about doing challenges now. So, but that's pretty much what today's episode is. And this, for everybody watching right now, you get the live version, but the actual Spotify version will come out 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we're also going to we already said we're going to do 2 episodes a month. I think we're still gonna release them on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
So
I think the time we released the episodes where I think it was perfect for us. It just works. I don't see why we would have to change that one.
Yeah. So twice a month on Wednesdays. Keep an eye out on the social media, and I'll make a post about which 2 Wednesdays, so people can kind of, I don't know,
Yeah.
prepare or plan.
I think because we're doing this on Twitch also, we always do this live on Twitch. I think we should try to because we don't have a planned schedule for when we do these episodes, just when they come out on Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah.
That's planned. So we try to post to the social media sites when we know that we're live. If you guys want to join here on Twitch and watch us doing this live, and after the show, we always hang out for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and just answer the questions if you have any, or just talk shit with the people who are watching here.
Yeah. We always do that afterwards. Also, if you're watching live, then after the episode, we don't really answer anything during the episode because we don't really have a script for the episode. We never have a script. We just kind of wing it. Like what? We do kind of just focus on the topics at hand that we have wanted to talk about, and then at the end of the show, if you're watching live, then you can always chat with us, and we do more of a after show Q&A kind of thing. Or just
especially because I have a brain of a squirrel. So oh god, why did I say that word live? But brain of a squirrel. So if somebody writes something in the chat and I read it, I totally lost control of everything, and it's done. I cannot gather myself back to hosting the podcast because I'm thinking about something else. I get sidetracked too easily.
I think Paavo and we really like the idea of doing it live because there's pressure.
Yeah.
To do it right the first time. So there is no edits. So we like doing it live, but and also not having any script, just having kind of very generalized bullet points helps us to, I don't know, have a more natural conversation, I feel like. So
like today we wrote down the bullet points, but then we actually didn't wrote down any bullet points because we already knew
we kind of started doing, then you were like, what were the bullet points you wrote down? I was like, basically nothing.
Yeah, talk shit.
Let's just wing it. That seems to work the best. I think honestly, some of the best episodes we have are just winging it and kind of going with the conversation. But just wanted to kind of re-update everybody, let everybody know how that works. Also, we're gonna still, I think, stick with the same time frames for the podcast, so 45 minutes for the podcast. Per episode. I think everything's pretty much the same. We just have new topics in mind. It's a new season, new us, new year, new me.
New year, new me. New year, new you.
What do you got to say to that, bro?
Nothing. That was empty.
Who needs a New Year's resolution when you just walk into the new year going, new year, new me?
What's up?
You don't need any New Year's resolution. Yeah. I'm just a new guy, man.
Nothing's the same anymore.
All my past mistakes are that. It's just past mistakes. This is
that was
year,
last
new me,
year, bro. It's 2023. That doesn't matter anymore.
Get over it.
Get over it. Yeah, I was actually I was listening some of our earlier episodes, or just little clips from a few different episodes, and I can't remember what episode it was, but I thought that I made the couchsurfing account. Remember that?
It was you. I was just talking to somebody the other day. It was like, have you ever done the couchsurfing? I was like, no, but I swear I know somebody that's done it. Like, I remember that.
I fucked it up big time.
Why is that?
Because I made my profile and I just uploaded a profile picture that I liked, but it cropped it so you can kind of not see my face. You can just see my nose and my mouth there, so it looks creepy. And I forgot to upload any pictures of my home, so it's like a really creepy invitation to a random couch.
Oh my god!
I was like, why nobody sent me any messages? Like, is there nobody here? Maybe it's the corona, but no. I checked my profile and it was It looked like I've escaped a fucking mental institute or something and just trying to get people here. So I need to fix
Oh my
that.
goodness, man.
So I haven't had anyone here. No wonder why.
Yeah, I definitely would not click on that and go, yeah, this seems like a sane person that I should go to.
Well, those are nice lips and a nice nose. I'm just gonna go there. No need to see any picture of the apartment or anything.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's when you go to somebody's house like that and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, I don't have a couch. We're sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah. We're sleeping on the same floor.
Yeah. But yes, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
It's about 48 minutes now already.
True. It goes so fast. Do we have to say that after
does.
every episode? We always say that, and I think it's clearly established already that 45 minutes is a fast time when you're talking shit about shit you don't know shit about.
Yeah, it is actually so fast. Like, it's weird. Like, I know we talk about this all the time, but it is really weird to me still. Like, even now we've taken this huge break and I came back and I'm like, wow, that was 45 minutes. Is like nothing. Like, that is so freaking fast. But yeah, there was something you were talking about the couch surfing, but before that we were talking about the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like, what were we saying?
I think we already said almost everything we wanted to say about the podcast.
Right.
Just
I swear there was something else, but yes. Okay. Well, yeah, that was it.
We did the Twitch, what we do here. We did the YouTube, Instagram, merch, buy a scarf for your dog. That's the only thing I remember we have in the store. Lost in Finland scarf for a
I know,
dog.
but the other thing I was gonna say is that you said you were listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
I always feel a bit weird when I listen to our podcast. I don't know why. It feels like I'm like too into myself. I'm just like, oh yeah, like listen to that voice. That's such an this is a good podcast.
Talk
like
to me, Daddy.
I feel like I'm the most biased person to like listen and then go like, yeah, this podcast is so great.
Yeah. Well, I'm more when I listen to our podcast episodes, I just like to listen for the quality. You know, trying to like how can I make it better and kind of just eating all the shit that I do to myself on the podcast, say some words too much or talk too fast or, just trying to make myself a better podcast host, I guess.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. But I say that because I genuinely like listening to our podcast. So like, it's quite funny to me. And honestly, like when I'm sitting here talking to you back and forth, I'm kind of concentrating on the conversation. I'm not really paying attention as an outside party, I suppose, so it's quite nice to go back and listen to it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that was actually quite funny. It was quite good, like it was funny in the time, but it's even funnier when I'm not like, I don't know, on camera and like being recorded. So
yeah, and imagine now we can watch ourselves from YouTube and be like, oh my god, I'm also handsome. Just full of ourselves,
that's
what are you doing, bro? I'm watching myself from TV. This is amazing.
Oh boy.
But yeah, interesting stuff, amazing stuff coming up. I'm really waiting for the future and what this year brings to us, as in with our podcast. So
yeah,
let's see where we go.
Yes.
So should we wrap it up? It's a perfect timing.
We should wrap it up like a gift. Yes, let's send it away.
All right. So thank you all for listening. The Lost in Finland podcast, season 2, episode 1. The return of the boys. No, maybe just the return.
The return. The return sounds a little more mysterious, so I like that.
Yeah. I like that one too.
Yeah.
And next episode comes after 2 weeks. Wednesday again. So 1 week break. And then 1 weekend and the episode comes out. Meanwhile, go follow our YouTube. You can find the link from the link tree. It's also in the Spotify description. So the link tree link, right?
Yeah, it's in the Spotify description. Yeah. And yeah, it's in the Spotify description. I think it's on every episode as well. So.
Yeah. How did we usually end this? Did you say toodaloo or something?
I I have no idea, actually. I
I
can't
think I said
remember.
ciao. Okay, let's try it. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I love you all. Thanks for all the support. I really love doing this stuff, and it wouldn't be the same without you. And we see you on the next episode. I'm Paavo.
And I'm Andy.
And this is Lost in Finland. Ciao-wee!
Toodaloo. I don't know.
It was
That
perfect.
did not feel natural at all.